So the not getting emotional thing would probably be the biggest thing at the moment, because I just get emotional about things and then I find out that there was no reason to get emotional and therefore I wasted time. And it's really hard because I'm a very emotional person.
That identifying with it, that I am a very emotional person. I identified with that since day dot until very recently. I took that on as my persona, as my personality. I saw myself throughout all my years as weak because of it. I was made to feel weak because of it. I was known as that Olivia is so sensitive, is so touchy, would overreact, you've got to kind of walk around on eggshells with Olivia because she's so sensitive. And I'd have so many people say that they couldn't say things to me. It was a good excuse for a lot of people to lie to me and say, but we just weren't sure how you were going to take it. I had relationships where there were lies from the beginning and they were big fundamental lies, but they weren't told to me, and the excuse I was given was, well, you can be so emotional. I didn't know how you would react, right? An absolute cop out of an excuse. But I took that on. I took that on as my personality. I let it define me. I let it influence so many of my decisions in my life. When the whole time that being emotional was actually being hormonal, being in hormonal dysfunction. I wasn't any more emotional than anyone walking around. I just had my hormones going haywire my whole life. Now, you could almost say the opposite is true. I don't want to paint myself in a bad light unnecessarily, but we are not the same person when it comes to emotions. This person was not able to be productive. This person, every single day was a roller coaster. It was different. Plans couldn't be made and with any degree of certainty because I didn't know who was going to be showing up that day. I didn't know who I was going to be every day in between. I didn't know. I changed. I flopped. I went from this to that to this to that. But this person would not be able to do what I'm doing now. Would not be able to lead the life that I'm living. Because this person wasn't able to be consistent. This person wasn't able to handle so many of the hits. Would eventually get through, but would go out of the game, back into the game, go out of the game, back into the game. Whereas now, there isn't that emotion there to react. There is emotion for the important things. But even then, when your hormones are sorted, you can make sure that your emotion is productive, that it works for you, that it makes you feel alive, yes, but that doesn't destroy you. This person may have been blaming so many other people for the emotions, but this person, courtesy of hormonal dysfunction, was destroying herself without knowing it. It is not normal. It's normal. I'm going to keep doing this. It is normal. It is not healthy for us to be emotional all the time, for us to be living out of our emotional state all the time, for us to be making life decisions with our emotions, to be just beholden to what our body is going to do. Almost like it is telling us how to feel, that we have no control. It is not healthy to be living in that state. That is not a state indicative of a healthy functioning body. A healthy functioning body, you are in control of that. It gives you the power to call the shots. You say whether you're going to react. You say whether you're going to feel emotion. That is the state I'm in now. But that's not the state that I lived the majority of my life through. And I don't live with any regret, but I cannot even imagine what my life would have been like if I had had my hormones sorted from day one. I truly would not be this person, because majority of what has taken place before now wouldn't have happened. That's how critical it is to make sure that your thyroid is actually functioning, is actually working for you. It is not just a case of that it is going to make you look better, that it's going to make you feel a little bit happier, even though any happiness is important. It is not that. It's not that you're not just going to have acne, or it's not anything like that. It's if your thyroid isn't functioning properly, you are going to realize the impact of that on a monumental scale. It is going to define your life. This is not a fear-mongering thing that I'm saying. If you don't have your thyroid sorted, if you don't have your hormones sorted, it is going to monumentally impact your life to a point where it will be the decider for a lot of people as to whether or not they achieve their dreams or not. Right? You might go on and achieve a great deal. You might have a very fulfilling life. But you will never, ever, ever, ever reach your full potential in a place of hormonal dysfunction. Because it is not just a case of it gives you a little bit of acne, it gives you a little bit of weight gain. It changes who you are. It changes the thoughts in your head. It changes the feelings. It changes your body's reactions to activities, to people. It changed who I loved. It impacts everything. And so that I do not believe that there is one person that can truly afford to live in a place of hormonal dysfunction. We've got one life as this person as we are. We can't afford to not address hormonal dysfunction, not check and even make sure that it is functioning properly, and just hope for the best. Because imagine getting to the end, and if you were actually shown the comparative of if you had sorted your hormones versus what you did when you just let it be. Imagine how painful that would be to see what you could have been had you taken the time. Don't leave it up to chance. Your happiness, your prosperity, and the meaning of your actual life is worth more than that.